I think it's important that I put it out there that I have never hunted on public land before. I'm one of those spoiled people who's always had the privilege of hunting on private land. I've always had family members that have hunting land or have access to them. So due to some changes in the past couple of years, you know, I really want to get out and experience the quote unquote real hunting here on some public hunting land. I'm not going to disclose the name of the DNR property that I'm on just for my protection and others. But I know it's late. I know it's kind of late in the season. It's the 21st of September as I record this, and it's pretty late to be scouting, seeing that deer season actually starts October 1st, just here in a couple weeks, less than a couple weeks. So 10 days actually. So, but today my plan, I was doing some scouting on onX, and I found a spot particularly that I really wanted to look at. And I really felt like this inner bend of the creek here is going to be a really good bedding spot for bucks. Seeing that they're going to be covered on all three sides, more than likely they're going to feel more comfortable there. Now, it's very possible I'm going to get out there and there's going to be loads of trail cameras and stuff that people have set up already. That's kind of the problem with public land. So if that's the case, I probably won't set up a camera out there. I do have a cheapy trail camera I'm going to set up. It's a $20. It's non-cellular. I'm not going to put anything expensive out here just in case it gets stolen. I'm just going to put out what a cheap one and come out here and check it when I come to hunt. And I will say I came out here once last weekend, and I did a little bit of scouting. I didn't go very far in, and I wasn't really didn't really find much activity. So hopefully today's a little bit different. I don't know if that stuff works or not, but I've always used it, and I know it definitely doesn't hurt, so why not? There it is, our first trail camera. Yeah, so last time I was out here I did see that trail camera, and it's on a really commonly used path that loads of hunters are going to be using. So to me it just kind of seems a little silly. Like, why wouldn't you want to put it a little bit further back where there's not going to be a crap ton of people walking? But that's just me. This is a place I used to come a lot when I was a teenager with my friends. There's actually hiking trails back here, and there's this old abandoned bus. How it got back here, because I'll have to show you on the map where this is at. I don't know how this bus got back here. I mean, it's been a mystery my whole life. Somebody marked this tree, so I'm guessing that means there's something significant about it. Probably somebody trying to mark their hunting spot. I'm going further in anyways, but I got to keep in mind, if I come out here to hunt, realistically I want to be the first person out here. That way, whenever I don't ruin somebody else's hunt. That's going to be kind of weird. I have some bad news. So the exact direction that I'm heading, there's markers the whole way. And there's one up there. I don't know if you could see it, but so I'm guessing somebody marked this and they're planning to hunt here already. So it's maybe not looking so good. Somebody else probably had the same idea as me, with this inner creek bend, but I do want to get out there and just see if there's any type of activity. Well, the good news is that I stopped seeing those waypoints, but I do see a couple different trails here. This one looks like the path of most resistance, which makes me think that bucks could be hiding out back here, seeing how thick it gets. It's a possibility I might run into one, just not sure. So this spot right here, it's elevated a little bit, and it's kind of right off of a natural trail here. I think this is actually a really good spot to possibly set up. If I didn't mention before, I don't plan on using any type of climber stand or saddle. My plans this year are to ground hunt off of the ground. If you're seeing this around me, there's not very many good trees to set up a climber on. Honestly, this property really isn't very good for stands. I think ground hunting is honestly the best for here, although I've never done it. That's another thing I'm kind of excited about to try. So I'm thinking it's pretty well covered right here. There's a bush. If I set up right in this area, just sit here, I can stay hidden with this bush here, but I could still see a fair amount. And it looks like the trail actually continues down this way. So I can be kind of right in the middle by their, on their way to bedding in the morning, or in the evening on their way out to feed. I'm gonna mark this spot on the onX. I'm not the only one that's thought of this. See that? That's a cell cam. So that means that somebody is probably watching me live right now. Somebody is already planning on hunting this spot, I'm guessing. That's not gonna completely deter me, because I kind of verified in my head that it is a good spot if other people are also thinking that. But I just realized, looking on onX, I'm still quite a ways away from where I want to be. This here is a definite bedding area. I wouldn't be surprised if I spook something up as I'm walking out here right now. To be completely honest, I am really looking for cell cams right now. I guarantee there's one out here. Yeah, look at this. This ditch right here. There's no water in it, but that's like a runoff from the creek. This to me seems like a fantastic spot for deer to walk through. I'm gonna mark this. Yep, here we go. That's a deer track. That is actually pretty decent sized deer track. I'm gonna follow this a little bit, look for droppings. And I'm really surprised to not see any trail cameras out here right now. That's shocking to me. I think I might have found my spot. Because if I sit right up here, if I sit right up in here and watch for deer to pass through that little cutout, I think that'd be sick. I could possibly set up a camera right here. I think I could really catch a lot of activity with a camera right here.
I'm going to use paracord. I don't ever use a strap with my trail cameras. I use paracord with a natural color, like black, brown, or green, to kind of cover up those straps. They're very unsightly and they could be seen for miles, so paracord's the trick here. I'm going to be completely honest. There's a lot of people that think that trail cameras scare deer. I honestly don't believe that it's the cameras itself that scare the deer, but rather the scent that you leave on it. Just think about it. When you're setting these things up, man, you got your hands all over it. They've been sitting in your house or something. They're going to be covered in scent. So we'll see if that does anything. But I think it's important that you get your trail cameras out early. That way it has time to kind of sit in nature and get rid of your scent. Let that wear off a little bit. I think that's really what does it for deer, is they smell that. And I probably won't get anything for about a couple weeks, but eventually. But we'll see. I mean, this is public land. Deer are very used to seeing people. That's one thing that I keep in mind. They're used to smelling people. So I mean, they might not even care about this thing. I'm gonna take these off. It's really not very good glassing areas out here anyways to really look, so. But I think this is a fantastic spot. The main problem with me hanging the camera so low like this is the possibility of it getting stolen. But like I said, since it's such a cheap camera, I'm not too worried about it. But I'm gonna mark it here on onX, that way I can come back and check it. And obviously I wanna check the spot anyways, which I think I already did, so yeah. Might not need to. I'm heading up the trail a little bit, up this canal kind of area. I decided I'm gonna follow it up just to make sure. Just because I set my trail camera up there doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna hunt right there. I might hunt up a little bit this way or down the other way, just depends. But I think I might have found my spot. It's just really surprising that somebody else hasn't already put up a camera. It doesn't mean somebody isn't planning to hunt it though, so I gotta keep that in mind. Looks like there has been somebody else out here, and they're walking directly along here, which I'm not a fan of. I'm trying to stay off of it because I don't want deer to see other people's prints and get scared away. But then again, deer are resilient. There are definitely lots and lots and lots of tracks here though. This is definitely a highway. And the thing is, they're covered on both sides when they're walking. I'm sure they feel very confident walking through here. I kind of want to see where this leads. This looks like a really good spot to post up. Kind of behind here. Sit kind of right in here behind these branches. And then when they get past here, shooting lane there, shooting lane there. Got a really good chance here. Even better yet, right up here, it's a little more open as far as shooting. But if they're coming from that way, then yeah, I think this would be a really good spot. Right in between here, just kind of sit here. It might be a little close to the trail though. I might back off over here where it's a little flatter and set up. I haven't seen a single trail camera and I'm just really, really surprised. I'm looking all over trying to find one. I mean, I'm glad, but it's just really surprising. I've been trying to find like a scrape or a rub. I haven't seen any of that, but I'm confident if I sit here enough, I will see a deer. I don't want to spend more time out here than I need to and leave more and more scent. Just made a really loud noise, but I think I found my spot. But right now, yeah, I'm walking back to the truck. Damn, this is really thick. I'm gonna been out here for about an hour, hour and a half. I don't really know. I always lose track of time every time I go out in the woods. But let me tell you, there is nothing that clears my mind more than being out in the woods. It's magical. It's beautiful out here. Unforgiving, but it's beautiful. I probably have 50, ow, there's another one, 50 freaking thorns in my legs, in my arms. It's very thorny out here. Some wild mushrooms. Don't know if deer eat those or not. There we go, there's a trail. There's the exit. All right, guys, I'm finally out of the woods, both figuratively and literally out of the woods. Out here in this pasture or field, I'm just walking the edge here, which I'm sure a lot of people are gonna try to hunt, no doubt. Probably see some cell cams. There's that ground blind over there. It's not really a ground blind, it's a raised blind. Man, I am tired. Let me tell you, there's no workout like just walking in the woods, you know? And about to go through all this lovely thick stuff. Oh my God. Whew. I stumbled upon a bedding area. Very, very evident bedding area. I'm not gonna hunt this because it's technically off boundaries, but I thought it was cool. Here's another even bigger, whatchamacallit. There's all kinds of natural trails here deer have made. Holy cow, big old bedding area. And I'm just trampling right through it. These deer are smart, man. They know not to go bedding in there, most of them. I did not realize how far as I started talking, I just spooked up a deer. I couldn't tell if it was a buck or a doe. It sounded really big though. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm actually kicking up more and more deer as I walk through here. But that over there is the parking area. I did not realize how far in I went. It's really easy to lose track of time here in the woods and how far you've gone. Okay, home stretch now. Here we are. I'm gonna be brutally honest. That I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drag a deer that far. I would definitely need some help if I were to hunt that spot. I mean, who knows how much further that deer's gonna run if I shoot it too. That's gonna be brutal. So part of me wishes I would have put a cell cam, that way I don't have to keep going back out to check it. Part of what I like about regular trail cameras is that it gives you the opportunity and an excuse to tell your wife to come out to the woods. And I think it's important anyways to come out regularly and check for other deer activity that your camera isn't picking up. Some people will say it's not good to keep going in to where you're gonna hunt. And I don't know, I have mixed opinions on it. Yeah, you're leaving more scent behind every time. But also at the same time, you got to think, it gives you a chance to kind of get good and practice at walking into the woods and being quiet and playing the wind as you should. Today I did not even look at wind direction because I'm not coming out to hunt, I'm just scouting. But like I said, public land here, deer are a little more used to people than say on private land. We're also in a very agriculture heavy area. Fields, I mean, they're used to farmers and people. I mean, hell, they bed down in some people's backyards sometimes. So it's not a huge deal. Yes. Oh, thank the Lord. Oh, thank the Lord. I ain't coming to check the camera for a while. And I'm definitely gonna have to call somebody to help me track and drag that deer out whenever, if I get it. Holy cow. All right, guys, thank you for coming with me on that scouting trip. I know it's a little late in the season, and this is my first video I've ever made like this. So I just want to know if you guys like this type of content. Please, please, please subscribe. I'm just getting started out here. Like the video, share it with your friends. Follow us on Facebook. We do also have a TikTok as well. But stay tuned, guys. I will be filming my hunt out here. Probably won't be till like mid-October, possibly November. So keep a lookout for that. I'll see you guys on the next one.